platform for innovative decision-making and problem-solving. His mission is the development of his constituency, Magunje, the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Science and Technology Development, and Zimbabwe as a sovereign state. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Godfrey Kandawa to deliver the keynote address at this graduation ceremony. Dr. Kandawa, sir.
It is my singular honor and pleasure to be the guest of honor at this grand occasion where we witness the graduation of 305 teachers comprising 255 who went through the general course and 50 who trained in the early childhood development course. I want to begin by applauding the parents, guardians, and spouses for supporting the graduates morally and financially. I also want to commend the lecturers for their timely guidance and patience in molding the graduates into qualified teachers. This event marks the end of a student life and the beginning of a new one as a qualified teacher. Let me hasten to say to you, dear graduates, that this graduation marks the beginning of an academic journey which would make you providers rather than mere recipients of knowledge. As one great thinker, Charles Simmons, born on 9 April 1893, and then died in August 11, 1975, said, I quote, "Never go backward. Attempt and do it with all your might. Determination is power." Close quote. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to turn to the theme of this graduation ceremony, which reads, "Towards quality education, a multi-sectoral approach." A dark spell befell our country at the turn of the century and caused a decline in the quality of education in most our schools, colleges, and universities. The decline in the quality of education was as a result of sanctions imposed on our country by the United States, the United Kingdom, and its parties in the European Union. These erstwhile colonizers have failed to acknowledge the negative impact of the embargo on the human rights of Zimbabweans. Mr. Principal, our infrastructure and equipment is deteriorating. Our staff morale is low due to the economic crisis. The restrictions imposed on trade and financing, with their extraterritorial aspects, severely limit Zimbabwe's capacity to import library equipment and the latest technologies, some of which are essential for producing a competent graduate ready for economic development of our nation. To this end, Section 25 of the Zimbabwe Agenda for Socio-Sustainable Economic Transformation, ZIM Asset document, indicates that education was adversely affected and the quality of education was compromised, as shown by the growing number of school dropouts and low pass rates in primary and secondary schools. It is also noted that the sector still faces a challenge of a curriculum that does not match the developmental needs of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this scenario requires urgent action by my ministry so as to improve the quality of education in our country. Curriculum changes should be designed to catch up with the world's best education systems. We need a curriculum that speaks to the needs of the industry. Surely, Mr. Principal, a revolution in education is vital for the country's economic prosperity. In our teachers' colleges, a multi-sectoral approach has been adopted in consistency with the key success factors spelled out in the Zim Asset Blueprint. The achievement of these success factors would see Zimbabwe regaining a status as a provider of quality primary and secondary education. My ministry is working flat out to ensure that teacher education runs in tandem with the Zimbabwe Agenda for Socio-Sustainable Economic Transformation, Zim Asset, goals and produces quality teachers for quality education. I note with appreciation that Masvingo Teachers College is holding teaching practice mentoring workshops for mentors in schools where our student teachers are deployed in order to equip them with the requisite mentoring skills. As a result of this, the student teachers' performance in teaching practice has greatly improved. The college also holds workshops to equip the college staff with the necessary skills to train quality teachers who will in turn provide quality education to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the importance of quality education is emphasized by Audrey Hepburn, and I quote, "A quality education has the power to transform societies in a single generation, provide children with the protection they need from the hazards of poverty, labor exploitation, and disease, and given them the knowledge, skills, and confidence to reach their full potential." Close quote. Ladies and gentlemen, my ministry also aims at equipping tertiary students and graduates with improved entrepreneurial skills. As such, the utilization of ICTs in colleges has become indispensable as student teachers are encouraged to be more creative through the use of a plethora of technological devices, thereby accessing current information on teaching methodologies that promote quality education. Colleges have thus availed internet connectivity, well-equipped computer laboratories, and qualified lecturers to enable students to catch up with technological advancement and research skills that can make them better teachers. I therefore urge you graduates to pass on the technological skills you have acquired to the communities that you will save, so that they too can use the technology and become useful members of the society. Ladies and gentlemen, my ministry also endeavors to develop an entrepreneurial skills-oriented curriculum to match the developmental needs of Zimbabwe. In addition to literacy and numeracy, young people require essential life skills for them to lead decent lives. The integration of life skills in education systems has the potential to contribute to learners' intellectual and social development, improve the quality of education, at the same time increasing creativity and innovation. With this in mind, as a ministry, we are making concerted efforts to impart those skills that are useful to some of our learners in our schools who are not gifted academically. John F. Kennedy rightly observes, and I quote, "All of us do not have equal talent, but all of us should have is equal opportunity to develop our talents," close quote. As such, colleges must produce teachers with the skills they should pass on to learners so that they ultimately contribute to individual development as well as the economic growth of our country. To our graduates, let me remind you that getting a diploma in education like you have done is no mean achievement. I take this opportunity to congratulate you, dear graduates, for having gone through the rigorous and grueling training exercise for you to be where you are today. The training exercise that you went through should distinguish you from other graduates so that the Masvingo brand would be the most sought after in the education sector. Therefore, I say to you, dear graduates, go ye and be ambassadors of your college and adopt the multi-sectoral approach for the provision of quality education in Zimbabwean schools. Makorokoto, congratulations, Amhlope. I thank you.